There, Salesman Sam with Churchill Equipment. Just want to talk to you this morning about the new MacDon FR113 front mount header for tractors, 3-point front mount. A lot of concerns in the industry, just cost of equipment. Cost is going way high, and just trying to, how do we wrestle with the cost of everything? We've got labor shortages, fuel costs, equipment costs are going way up. Well, I'm happy to say that I think MacDon has taken that challenge a little bit on from the standpoint of introducing a front mount header, because the element of, we're buying an extremely expensive tractor, and we need to use that piece of equipment year round. And for some operations, a self-propelled swather makes sense. They need that flexibility. They need that other piece of equipment. But for other operations, having one piece of equipment that can do a lot of things, cut hay, rake hay, bale hay, load bales through the wintertime, feed in the wintertime, tillage in the springtime or in the fall. They need something they can utilize year round versus just a swather that's 2 months, 3 months out of the year in certain areas in the country. So MacDon really brought to the table an option so we can have a really nice tractor that we're going to use year round, but also they created the ability to be more efficient, being able to push a 13-foot or a 16-foot, and at the same time pull a 13-foot or a 16-foot. The other element to this is that the header itself is the self-propelled header. There's nothing different about the self-propelled header in this one, aside from this is PTO driven direct drive versus like an 1170 or 2170 that is hydraulically driven. So these are much more efficient from the standpoint of power transfer. So I'm just a wonderful concept. The concept's not new from the standpoint of running a triple mower. There's front mount triple mowers, front mount, rear mount, lots of brands and options out there. But the biggest difference here is we're not messing with our windrow width, that everyone's used to with a self-propelled swather, 13 or 16 feet wide. Every manufacturer, 13 or 16, that's your self-propelled widths. So we're not having to mess with our rakes. We're not having to mess with our bales. We're consistent. That's one of the issues in America anyways, that we get kind of messed up with when we're dealing with alfalfa, because we need a good crimp on the stem. And so just a wonderful way not to really interrupt your operation as it is, but to increase your operations efficiency. So just a wonderful design that is going to be more cost effective in the long run of being able to make your operation truly more efficient. Next, we'll just take a look and walk around it and just point out a few things about it. Keep going around the machine here just to take a look at how it's hooked up and how MacDon did this. It's not an overly complex system, just 3-point top link in your lower 3-point arms. Fendt definitely is the most compact from, it's an integrated 3-point system on their tractors. So it's a very nice, tight, close to the tractor setup. You got one hydraulic remote to power just the headers up and down, as far as the final up and down. Your 3-point goes down and then it hydraulically retracts, which then puts pressure on your down pressure on your springs. And then when you lift it up on the 3-point, it then hydraulically extends it. So you need power to run that system. Yep, one hydraulic remote. You can have hydraulic tilt, and this one will have that. And then, big 1,000 and small 1,000, and then 6 splines. So actually we need with front PTO, it's 21 spline, 20 spline, and 6 spline. That's what it's all 1,000 RPM. But it's those different, 6 spline, 21 spline, or 20. The gearbox is reversible, so if you have a clockwise rotation or a counterclockwise rotation, we can easily flip the box to accommodate whatever direction your PTO is spinning. Another thing that is pretty cool that I just really love about what MacDon did, they introduced a different way of carrying the same header. So from a parts standpoint, parts and service, really, we're not dealing with anything different. If someone has an FR113 and they walk into our parts department, you can be pretty darn certain that we're going to have the parts, because it's identical as parts. You know, knives, bearings are all pretty much the same on a self-propelled as it is on the front mount. So it's not a, you know, it's not something new that's just released to the market and there's, you know, how's the parts availability, how's service? Well, we've had these for a lot of years, and they're a proven header, and they're a durable self-propelled header. So we'll go to the next thing I want to chat about is just the horsepower requirements. MacDon has printed 100 horsepower for the PTO driven, so both pull type and front mount they're saying 100 horsepower a piece. 16, I believe they're saying 115 horsepower a piece. So we're gonna test the minimums. This tractor is 200 horse that we're gonna run the push-pull concept, you know, a Fendt 720 Gen 6, and then we're gonna try the 16-foot push-pull concept on the 724 Gen 7. And what's fantastic about this element of running them on a tractor is they're so quiet. They're unbelievably quiet. Fendt is just ridiculously quiet anyways. But in the 724, it has a low rev, high torque engine. So it's spinning the 16-foot header at 2100 RPM at 1350 engine RPM, which is just so quiet. You can barely hear it running. You can hear your HVAC fan really louder than you can hear the swather running. The 720 is a little bit louder, but they're both very, very quiet. So a little bit there too. I mean, we're dealing with less engine RPM. You know, we just ran the M2170 just to see how loud that felt, and it's noticeably louder because you're dealing with hydraulic pumps. And our fuel burn in the 2170, you know, no load was about 3 gallons an hour, just driving it around the lot here. And the 720 was about the same, 3 gallons an hour, no load, just driving it around. And then the 724 was, what was it, about, it was like almost 2 gallons an hour. Very, very fuel efficient in that way. I'm excited to see what the numbers actually are pushing and pulling side by side, but I'm betting it's going to be less than a self-propelled by itself. So pretty excited about this. We're hopefully going to be rolling in a couple weeks, and we'll have drone footage of these running in the field, and we'll just kind of follow them through this first cutting as we go, and we'll be reporting more. But if you have any questions on it, we've been you know, researching these and planning on these for the last 2 years. So if you have any questions, feel free, give us a call. And we'd love to chat with you about the concept, the idea, and if we could make a demo happen for you. So anyways, that's all. I think yeah, give us a call. Thanks so much for watching. If you like these videos and you want to know more about different products that we do, let us know in comments. You know, tell us how we're doing, if we're terrible or if these are good, and subscribe. Thanks so much. Have a great day.